What is up, Dub Nation? We are back here with another live stream, and today I have special guest from Locked In GSW podcast, my boy Brandon. How's it going?
What's going on, man? Thanks for having me.
Of course. Let's start off the bat. A lot of coaching, things have happened with this team, including obviously Bob Myers stepping down. I don't know if you saw earlier today, but the Warriors did end up losing another pretty pivotal person into this, you know, coaching staff, front office. So what are your thoughts about everybody that we've been losing?
I mean, it's bound to happen, just like in every sport. We lose coaches, um, and that's because we have a good coaching staff. And I mean, it's bound to happen, like you said. So I mean, I saw that he went to the WNBA, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So I mean, it is what it is. We just gotta keep moving forward and hoping for a good season.
Yeah, I mean, so far the Warriors haven't made any other hirings, so
They can't.
um, I'm sure
Besides,
they'll end up going out and making those hirings. But I feel like, I mean, I'm gonna trust what they do. Um,
same.
we'll see how it happens though, because remember they lost Mike Brown last year, and look how the defense looked,
Hmm.
this last season too, and so they lost, another assistant coach, so that could be huge for them. So hopefully they'll go out there and be able to get someone, um, to replace those coaches that they've lost, and obviously they ended up, replacing Bob Myers with Mike Dunleavy Jr. What are your thoughts about what he's done so far? Because I know a lot of the fan base has been actually hating on what he's done.
Um, I don't. I mean, they haven't really done shit, dude. I mean, like, okay, I get the signing of Draymond was good, but I didn't really like that trade with Chris Paul, but I did understand it. Um, I have a feeling he might get traded during the season for hopefully something better because he is older and he's injury prone and everything. But from right now, it looks like he's going to be a starting bench player coming off the bench and everything. Uh, During the season, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure if they're gonna make any other moves because I mean they've been quiet this whole time. Besides getting that a big that we finally needed, been waiting for that, so that was good. But other than that, I don't really care for freaking Bebop.
What's up, Bebop? Yeah, yeah, the Chris Paul trade's kind of interesting because, I get that Jordan Poole has a pretty kind of crazy contract, but the thing is, I feel like we gave up so much, man, because we had to give up a like super. I mean, it's in 2030 or whatever, but still, like a first round pick, top 20 protected. But then you also had to give up a second round pick later on, and then plus you had to get rid of your two guys from last year that you drafted. And I know it's the summer league, but not gonna lie, they've looked pretty good um in summer league. So kind of, yeah, I feel like we gave up a little too much in that trade. Um, at the end, I get, I do like though we did get that pick 58, I believe it was, and taking Trace Jackson Davis. Um, he's not the best shooter, but I feel like he kind of reminds me a bit of Draymond because he definitely has that defense in him. But speaking of that, what do you think about our draft picks?
Um, I liked him. I wasn't too sure so far about the first pick we got, but starting to see him in the summer league, I was like, okay, I'll give it to them. My thing is just we didn't. I feel like we don't need another guard at this moment.
Mm,
So I think we should have focused on drafting a big. And this was before we got our big. What was it the other day?
Darius
Um,
Saric, yeah.
yeah, but I mean I don't know. We'll see how it goes, man. I mean they'll always find a way. I feel like so. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely say like these guys seem more ready though, which is nice.
Yeah, they do.
You know,
Yeah.
especially the second pick because he's like 23 or 24, so he definitely has that college experience. But you know, the thing with Brandon Podziemski, let's go. Um, so far, again, it's summer league, so I'm gonna say it's very, small, and who knows how much these guys are really even gonna be playing in this roster because it seems like Steve Kerr likes to listen to Kyle Shanahan too, and play the veteran guys. Doesn't really play the young guys until they can have some trust. So kind of reminds me of Kyle Shanahan
Yeah.
too in that way. But we'll see what ends up happening. It seems like it was kind of like a Dante DiVincenzo
Hmm.
replacement with
Man, I wish
Podziemski.
we kept Dante.
Yeah, but there was no way we were going to, bro. He totally outplayed his contract. But yeah, I don't think we had a bad draft. Um, the nice thing is the rebounding, though. I love that what Podziemski's doing there. He is physical. I want to see him take some like more shots though. Um,
Hmm.
but also I think obviously with Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins, Kevon Looney, or even Chris Paul, the spacing is gonna be better anyways too. So I think
Yeah,
that'll also improve.
I think with that veteran presence for the bench, it's gonna help out a lot too. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. People are still sleeping on us, man. They think that dynasty's over, but dude, they're gonna have a wake up call this season.
Yeah. Let's see, what else did they do? Yeah, I mean they've been pretty quiet in free agency, but that's kind of every year the case,
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
especially because they just aren't like they can only give the minimum deals. And I don't know if you saw a few days ago, but a guy like Christian Wood apparently has only been getting minimums and he has yet to sign. Like, do you think the Warriors should go out and try to sign him?
Um, I mean, I think they should try to do anything they can to be better,
Yeah.
especially this season too. So yeah, there was another player that was on the list that they were looking at. I forgot his name, but I've been seeing it a lot this past week. Um, starts with an M, I believe.
Hmm.
Um,
What position?
I think
What's up,
he's
Carcast?
I think he's a guard. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
I can't remember right now, but yeah, they've been talking about it, but nothing has happened yet. So I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna go
Dude,
through with it or not.
we've had so many guards, bro. It's like
I know that's crazy,
it's
but
insane. Yeah.
yeah. What do you think about the signing though of getting our big finally?
Yeah, Dario Saric, I mean, he reminds me of basically the like Nemanja Bjelica move, but also the Otto Porter move. Because remember, Otto Porter also had injury history, for a while as well, and so that's the same thing with Dario Saric. I mean, he tore his ACL like 2 seasons ago, so
Hmm.
um, but definitely the top guy on their list. It was clear that they were going after him because even some of the beat reporters from the Warriors, like Monty Poole, they were reporting it too.
Monte,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I like the move. Let's just hope, he's able to stay healthy. And I know you mentioned Chris Paul a little bit earlier with the injury history. I think with him coming off the bench, probably, even if he end up starting, I don't think he's gonna get as many minutes. So maybe he's able to, stay healthier, and also just the Warriors training staffs, um,
Hmm.
really really good. So I think hopefully these guys will be able to stay healthy. That's the biggest thing.
I think what do you call it? Um, I think we have a better bench compared to last year now too.
Agree. Yeah, I still want them to go out and get another big though.
Me too.
Um,
Me too.
we'll see, but I don't know if you saw what like told today with from Mike Dunleavy Jr.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah, he was saying that, he's talking about the two-way roster spot, but it seems like they could possibly add another big. So, um,
That'll be
we'll
good.
see. Hopefully that ends up being the case because the Warriors need size, and that's why I was like,
We need size.
I wanted a guy like Jackson Hayes so badly,
Yeah.
like, because dude, look at the
Dude, we
Lakers,
needed
man.
we need size, and you saw that last year when we played against the Lakers.
Yeah.
There was no match at all.
Hmm.
So I mean, if I were them, that's the first thing I would look at is getting more bigs.
Yeah. Yeah, all Mike Dunleavy just said that, like he said that they may add some size in either of the
Hmm.
last spot or a two-way.
Okay,
And then, he was just saying like you can't just, bring in any big. He's gotta have, the skill set.
skill set.
You
Yeah,
know, they can't just
exactly.
be the tall guy. So I'm hoping that they um do end up bringing out another big because that'd be amazing for them. It's kind of interesting. I know James Wiseman didn't work out, and so the plan was to probably have him and Kevon Looney. So, I mean, they definitely need to go after big because Looney needs that rest, man. He's played back-to-back seasons where I don't think he's missed a single game.
Nope,
Plus the
we didn't.
playoffs, like
Okay, so here's my question though: do they start Looney or are they putting what's his name?
Draymond.
No, not Draymond. Um, what's his name? How you pronounce it?
Oh,
Sarge.
Sarge.
Sarge. Do you think he'll start,
No,
or do you think Looney will start?
no, Looney's gonna start. Because
Okay.
the thing with Sarge is he's like that stretch big five, so he's not a traditional like center.
Hmm.
He does have the size. It's crazy because dude, we don't have any. He was the first guy we have someone that's like above 6'6" or something.
Dude, for real.
Yeah, speaking of though the entire league, right? I don't know if you saw, but there's the tournament that's happening
I was just gonna
this
ask you about that.
season. What do you think about that? Because I personally am
I
not a
think
big fan
I
of it.
you're not a big fan of it. I like it. I think it's gonna make the NBA more entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Warriors should be able to do pretty well into their pool because they don't really have.
I the only person or the only team that I'll look out for really in our um pool
Pool.
is the Kings. That's it.
Yeah, yeah,
But I think we can win it for sure.
yeah. I mean,
But
I think I like the concept, but it's just I think something that gonna have to get used to and just see exactly how it
gonna
plays
it's
out.
gonna be more. I feel like it's gonna be more fun to watch.
Yeah.
So I mean, it looks like the players like it a lot. So
Mhm.
we'll see for sure.
Yeah.
Interesting.
This isn't really big news, but there's not that much to talk about. But I don't know if you saw, but GP2 is going back to the number
Number
zero now.
0.
That Dante
Hmm.
DiVincenzo, I
Yep.
absolutely love it because
Yep.
he looks so good
GP2
with
back
the
to 0.
zero. Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that today. I think it was either KMBR or 95.7 the game posted it, and I saw it.
Hmm. So we kind of talked about needing to add size still. Is there
Hmm.
anyone out there that you want them to go after?
Mm, I haven't really paid attention to like other players, if that makes sense. Like,
Hmm.
so I'm not quite sure, but I would love for them to sign another big. I just don't know who.
Hmm.
Anybody that could be in the paint and block those easy layups and stuff like that. I'm all for it. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Chris Paul recruited Dario Saric for help. I think he did actually.
yeah,
There's a report on that. Hey, Dario Saric and Chris Paul maybe go now recruit Bismack Biyombo. Like,
yeah, dude. Honestly, before Porzingis got signed, I kind of wanted him on the team too.
mm, it would have been
That would have been
tough though because the thing is, you would have had to trade for him and then also like
Well,
extend him, which would have been
well, wasn't he a free agent this year?
well,
This
he
offseason?
opted in, I believe, and then the uh, Celtics just extended him, I believe.
Oh,
So
okay.
it would have been kind of hard for the Warriors to do that.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, the good thing I'd say about Chris Paul trade is right. If he, I'm gonna say like he's probably gonna be with the second team a lot, and you obviously you have young guys like Jonathan Kuminga,
Yep.
Moses Moody. You know, I think that's really gonna help um them out. You know, I don't know how much the other point guard that we ended up signing is really gonna play.
Hmm.
Um, because he is the third guy, but he doesn't turn the ball over. So.
Hey, was that the trade? Was that did they put PBJ in that trade too? I
It
don't
was
remember.
PBJ and Ryan Rollins. They took both
I
of.
was I was looking forward to freaking PBJ, man.
Dude, I wanted to see what Ryan Rollins can do too, because they were speaking
Yeah,
high of him.
I know that sucks, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And they're just trying to win another chip before the big three
Hmm.
retire.
Yeah, I don't know why we even haven't talked about this, but obviously Draymond Green got the extension right after, free agency started. What do you think of the deal?
I was expecting it.
Yeah,
I was
I didn't really see any other suitors. I feel like that was
I,
just teams really interested, but it was like Draymond Green probably was really another
Draymond. Yeah, I told
one of the
everybody this. Draymond was
Warriors.
not going anywhere. He was coming back, and he's gonna retire a Warrior.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And as soon as that trade happened with Jordan Poole, I was like, okay, I see what they're doing here.
No.
Of course they're
Mhm.
gonna. Jordan Poole, after he got the extension, dude, he got too cocky,
No.
and you could tell that it affected his gameplay last season.
Mhm.
So, and that usually happens after you get paid, to be
No.
honest with you. And I don't know, like, yeah, it just people are gonna defend Jordan. Like, don't get me wrong, like I love JP3, but homie was too cocky for his britches, man. Like, he's too young. He's shouldn't be doing any of that bullshit, especially with the whole thing with Draymond. He called Draymond broke. Like, you say that, dude, you're gonna get trash beat. I'm sorry, but yeah, I mean, good luck to JP3, but um, I saw that coming from a mile away for sure. But yeah, I know there's not much to talk about right now, but um, what else you got for me, man?
Let's see. Okay, so this was the title of the thumbnail. So I believe Stephen Curry had said after the Lakers series, right? Did they end up like they needed more variety, right? Do you believe that the Warriors sustained check marked that this offseason? And if not, what do you think they could do to fulfill that?
I think, like we've been saying, dude, we need. I know we got one, but having another big will be good.
Yep.
Um, they need to limit the turnovers for sure. And I think getting rid of Jordan Poole helps that out too.
Yeah.
Um, I think they need to go for more shooters as well because you could tell Clay struggled in that series.
Yeah. I definitely think that they need another shooter. It's kind of interesting because right now, I mean, they probably are just really trusting Moses Moody because of how
Hmm.
did in the playoffs year into those minutes and just how he was really near the end of the season. So, I think we kind of have to do something similar we always do with the 49ers, right? We always say, oh, well, some people aren't believing in Drake Jackson, right? And so there's people out there that are like, oh, we need to add edge rusher. I think it's kind of the same thing where it's just we have to trust. the guys, and I know
Yeah.
that they haven't really been, obviously Wiseman just didn't work. I think that was just like he was hurt from the beginning, and he was always just hurt for the most part, so he never
Hmm.
actually got to really be with the team and with the guys. So I feel like that's kind of why he just needed a new start. It made sense why they traded him.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think, well, dude, honestly, I think they should have let. We all have been saying this, but they should have let Kaminga play a lot more in the playoffs.
Yeah, what do you think about that? 'Cause the thing is, like, Kaminga obviously didn't play that much, but I
Towards,
think Chris Paul's gonna be able to unload it.
yeah, towards the end of the season, he was looking good. So if we saw that towards the end of the season, he would have looked the same in the playoffs as well.
Yeah, yeah. And I
We,
don't know if you've seen, but dude, there's been photos and videos of him like working out
hmm
this off season
I
constantly. I mean,
did see that.
I love it. So
I did see that. I think I think he'll get more playing time um, this coming up season.
yeah, I think so too. But yeah, answering the question, I mean, I think they're close to it, but not there yet. Because again, I think if they can add a big, that's gonna add more variety. I think though, like adding Chris Paul really helps with that variety. Again,
Yeah.
because of the lob threat he is, the smart, IQ that he has. I think that's gonna add variety. So I think they're getting there, but again, yeah, they need to add another big. If they add another shooter, I don't mind it. I'd be kind of interested to see if they added another guard because they're clearly have shown interest in one, but it's also like they have so many guards, so
hmm
I don't know. It's
Yeah, it's
definitely
gonna
gonna
be
be
interesting to see. I mean, it's not over yet. You'll probably see more signings soon before the season starts.
yeah, and it seems like they're gonna be staying at that 14, and then maybe they add like two more two-way
hmm
guys because of the luxury tax. So
Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing they had to do too is they saved a lot of money by trading Jordan Poole away.
yeah, and then taking on an expiring, non-guaranteed guy for the next year. So
Yeah, so we'll see, man. I mean, I we still have a chance this season. I think we have maybe one or two more seasons with the big three, and then that'll be it.
yeah, yeah, I think they're definitely better than last year with the
hmm
bench pieces. I mean, I never really liked the Green signing last year, the Jamichael Green signing last year. Um, he was he was just so like off and on last year. He was also such a late signing too. So man, I hope they don't bring someone like him back or someone similar because that just didn't really work out. I feel like they just didn't have that one guy they were able to really rely on off the bench because again, Jordan Poole was so off and on and probably affected because of the punch and also him getting the contract like you said. Typically guys end up, not doing so well once they get that contract. So
hmm We
definitely
had
I think they've gotten
we
better.
had a we had a better bench when we won the title compared to last year, for sure.
Yeah, because you were able to rely with the
Dude,
guys on Porter
Otto
Jr. I know
Porter,
Nemanja Bjelica didn't really play as much in the finals, but
uh-uh.
when he did, he was solid at least. So
Yeah, he helped out a lot. There was a lot of them that helped out for sure.
yeah, yeah.
But
There's been rumors swirling around Glenn Robinson the third. I don't know if you remember him with
hmm
the Dubs. Um, Apparently he's been like working out and stuff and showing teams. I believe the 76ers and Bucks are also another team. How would you feel about that?
um, I mean, it'd be a good backup player. So I mean, it helped for sure.
Yeah, I feel like if they do it should just be a camp invite, um, similar to what they did with, when they signed Avery Bradley, I think last offseason. It was more just a
Yeah,
camp invite. So if they do, I think it's gonna be more of a camp invite.
yeah, well, yeah. We're definitely gonna see for sure. once that comes training camp and all that. Um, who's a player you would like them to sign? Still,
Um, I said one guy, Bismack could be on board. I wouldn't really mind. Um, let's see who else. I mean, yeah, as long as they're just getting some big, I really wouldn't mind. How about you?
um, I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. I'm trying to think. Uh, hmm. Somebody that's not expensive, I'll tell you that.
Who?
Yeah, like a 1 year deal type thing, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
Um, like I said, just somebody that could shoot, basically.
Trying to see who the free agents left are. All right, let's see. So, okay, I know you're probably gonna be like screaming at me if I ask you this question,
What?
and I'm probably gonna say no too. But Kelly Oubre,
Fuck no, Mule. That fool was such a bust when we signed him.
bro, he literally
He's ass,
reminded me of just hair, bro.
dude. He's so ass. Like I don't even know how he's still in the NBA right now.
That must be the reason why he's unsigned, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, because I saw that. I don't know if it was actually true, but I saw that Warriors might be interested in him. I was like, please no.
It's probably it might just be people stirring rumors out there because he was a
Yeah,
warrior too. So like bring him back. There's people out there stirring JTA, and I'm like, eh. I love JTA because of the story he's gone through, but I don't
dude, I
think he
want
fulfills
bring him
the.
back. Bring him back. He
I
was
wouldn't
good with us.
mind it, but
He was good with us for sure.
yeah,
He and he's from Oakland too, so
yeah. If they want to go with another forward though, like a guy like TJ Warren is someone that
hmm
would intrigue me. Um,
would you want to
Kevin
uh
Knox, Warriors legend. No. Hmm.
what the hell is his name? I can't think of it right now. See, dude, I'm so like going blank with all these names right now.
What position and what team?
Patrick Beverly, that's who I'm talking
Oh,
about.
yeah, I don't think we need him though anymore.
Yeah, plus he's getting older too.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
bless you. Um, yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna have to definitely see
Yeah.
what they do. See what
Dude,
happens.
I know they also showed like interesting guys like Alex Lynn, and I was like, man, shoot, I wish we would have gotten him.
That would be nice.
They also Eric Gordon. Oh man, that would have been
Oh yeah,
nice.
Eric Gordon.
But the Suns, bro.
See, I
Yeah.
think I could find who I was talking about earlier. If I'm not mistaken. Um,
Hmm. Yeah, there's not a whole lot.
yeah. Um, I guess it was on Facebook. I thought it was on Facebook, but I guess not. God, I can't think of who it was.
But speaking of two ways, do you see who do you think they're gonna sign to a two-way?
Hmm. I don't know. I'll let you answer that one first, and then I'll go.
So I think Lester Quinones could definitely be
That's what I
one.
was thinking too.
I get he's
Yeah.
a guard, but it's again a two-way deal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would really like if they could get Guy Santos
Uh,
on a two-way deal. Um, I mean, man, he's already shown some really good things, but if they can continue to develop him, I think he could be something special maybe in a few years. What's up, Bryant Culp?
what's up, Bryant?
Um,
Yeah.
hmm, trying to think
Yeah,
who else possibly.
whatever.
Yeah, I think those are the main guys. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree with you too. Sure.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I think those would be good players to sign for sure. For especially for a two-way. Um, just fill that those last couple spots, you know.
yeah,
Yeah, but I don't know, man. We'll see for sure. Maybe next time we have another show, they'll have more signings.
yeah. Yeah, I think, definitely better than last year, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm honestly I'm looking forward to seeing how that bench plays this year.
Dude, I'm like looking at all these rookie guys, like, people's rookie contract from the Wiseman draft, are
Hmm.
getting extended. I'm like, bro, James Wiseman's the only guy. That's a
Yeah,
lot, bro.
yeah, that's crazy.
Bro,
Damn, man.
freaking Nico Mannion two's looking good in summer
Right,
league with the Bucks, bro.
dude. There's a lot of young guys coming out of this draft that look good in the summer league so far,
Yeah.
for sure. Especially on our team as well. I do have to say.
What? Yeah. What do you think about the guys on our team?
I think they're pretty solid. It's gonna be a lot to be able to join um, the main roster, but I
Yeah,
think what NBA should do is what MLB does with their farmers system and everything,
I
so they
agree.
could keep playing and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's what they should just make the G League. Um, that because like the thing is, you have such young guys too coming out of the draft, so
Hmm.
I feel like you should be able to like put them into
They
this
they need that
minor
practice.
league, aka the G League, and
Yep.
like try
Yeah.
and develop it.
They
Yeah,
need more practice, more games to play, and all that. And
yeah,
if they need to get called up, they'll be prepared.
yeah. Because so it's not just the Warriors, right? You have so many guys, other
Yeah,
teams. Like
exactly.
I don't think the Clippers really playing their draft picks. I mean, yeah, the champions obviously had the one guy from Kansas, but like
Hmm.
I don't know if like they have a guy like Zeke Naji who they drafted a few years ago out of Arizona. Like he doesn't play a lot, like
Yeah,
and especially like second round picks and stuff. Like
yeah,
I agree. They gotta make like a
for sure.
minor league system.
Yep, I agree for sure.
Yeah, but I guess we'll end it here soon because there's not too much else to talk about. But where do you see us seed wise in the West?
I still think we could be top five, dude.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I do.
think with Jordan, obviously all respect to Jordan Poole, because obviously he was such a big part of,
Yeah,
2 years ago and just the developmental side of him and what he's been able to do with this team. Like, I think just hopeful. I would think, there's no crazy situations anymore, nothing to, make
nah,
the connection
I don't think it will be,
between
man.
the team, super bad. So.
Yeah, yeah, I think they'll be fine now for sure. Chemistry is gonna be good. You good?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think they could still be probably top five with it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, yeah. Cause
Yeah,
I don't really know. Like I think the Nuggets are still gonna be good. The Suns, I mean, probably.
I
Eh.
mean, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know for sure about that. We'll see for sure. I'm not afraid with by it. From we'll be all right. We'll be all right in
Yeah.
the Western. Denver is just barely starting to be relevant and everything. So
And dude, they ended up losing two key guys. So
yeah,
yeah.
yep. And then you got and then the Lakers are probably not even gonna make playoffs this year.
You don't, eh. Honestly, I feel like they are. I feel like they kind
We'll
of
see.
we'll
We'll
see.
see.
But
We'll see.
if you had to think of like a dark horse in the East and West, who are you taking? Like they can make the play-in or they just, make the playoffs. Like
Um, I'm gonna say Atlanta for the East,
that's what I was thinking too.
and then mm, maybe Minnesota.
I mean, okay. Actually, I'm gonna change. I could. It's. I know this might sound crazy, but I'm gonna take the Pacers as my dark horse East. And then my West. I don't know if this is dark horse because they made the play-in. I guess I'll go with them. The Thunder.
Okay,
Like I think it could even be
I can see
better.
that.
So yeah. But already, guys, that's gonna do it. Thank you all for joining in. Brandon, if you want to let everybody know where they can follow you at.
Yeah. So if you want to follow everything Warriors, my podcast is Locked in GSW Podcast on YouTube. Hit that subscribe and like button. We are also live on the channel right now. You want to follow us on Twitter? It's at GSW underscore podcast. And Instagram is Locked in GSW Podcast spelled all the way out. And yeah,
Alrighty, guys. Peace out. Let's go, Dubs.
peace.